yeah. I got mouths to feed, yeah, yeah. Family overseas, yeah. My kids got them needs, yeah. This money don't grow on trees, yeah.
See, I got so much mouths to feed, that's why I'm chasing money. I'm the one that they look up to, so I hustle hold it. That's why my attitude like fuck you, ain't no favors for free. And I ain't taking no more losses, money don't grow on trees.
Struggle to make me exhausted, I cannot take no more losses. Can't let a fuck nigga cross me, I'ma fuck around and off it. I been stabbed in the back by the ones I love, no. I done lost a good girl fucking with the wrong. But I make money on money, I still can't hide my pain. I've been popping them perkies, I'm about to go insane. I done made me a million, niggas still ain't changed. I put a check on your head, I bet I get you flame. I got mouths to feed, family overseas, yeah. My kids got them needs, yeah. This money don't grow on trees, yeah.
See, I got so much mouths to feed, that's why I'm chasing money. I'm the one that they look up to, so I hustle hold it. That's why my attitude like fuck you, ain't no favors for free. And I ain't taking no more losses, money don't grow on trees. This for my little ones, y'all, this for my peoples, and they got needs and wants, so they the reason for all of the schemes and all of the P's and O's. All of the chances I take, all of the bands in the safe, come from the hands that I shake.
Yo, y'all know what it is. Coach Cat in the building. This is R&R Live. Excuse me. I don't be knowing which show I'm on. Football Heads, R&R Live. It don't matter. We out here. You hear me? Hey, but we got a whole bunch planned for y'all today. We're going to talk about a couple of wins, a couple of losses from a lot of different teams today. As y'all can see below, we have the ticker going with over 80-something scores reported this weekend. So pay attention to the ticker. Y'all already know. But I went ahead and dropped the link for you to actually join in on the live. If you are not in the group, that's the R&R Top 100 national group, you can't join. So you go join that group, and then you can actually join onto the live and actually report what you've seen this past weekend. But y'all know what it is, man. Cocat, we're gonna do it one more time for y'all. We got to run the promo. You hear me?
Look what they putting on me when I was only doing all this shit to see that we going. Guess I was wrong for trying to see it with my homies. I'm feeling wrong cause now I G by my lonely. I'm by my lonely, just getting money. I'm putting on but see somebody say I'm phony. The love is gone and now somebody hating on me. It hurt the most when it's somebody that should know me. It's just kinda wild to me. We was friends, now they can't get a smile from me. I gave her inch, they took so many miles from me. Without me mentioning how many miles I feed.
So y'all know what it is, man. We had a whole bunch of crazy games this past weekend, man. And let's get straight into them. You hear me? Here we go. Maryland Heat 7U. Maryland Heat 7U beat PME Bears 18-13 this past weekend. That was our 7U spotlight game. We also had the West Orlando Jags play Rare Breeze this past weekend. The score was 12-0 as West Orlando went up to Georgia and handled business. On to 8U. There's a couple of big games that happened this past weekend, but our game of the week was the Orlando Outlaws versus the LL Vikings. That's the Lauderdale Lakes Vikings. And the score was 12-6. 12-6. Orlando Outlaws getting out the backyard. I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all don't understand how proud I am of y'all. Getting out the backyard, doing y'all thing, and putting on that 8U is, I'm gonna say it, number one in Florida right now. And I don't see many people giving them a problem right now. If you concur, drop that down below. If you don't believe in that, go ahead and drop who you think will give them a run for their money. You hear me? But we're gonna take a break from the scores and we're gonna go to our QB expert, Coach Dorrington Myers himself. Coach DJ, are you ready? Are you ready?
Ready. What's going
Man,
on,
I know
family?
you hear me knocking. I'm going to let you in. Man, how
Ready,
you doing?
ready. What's happening?
Man, how was your weekend, man?
Man, my weekend was amazing, brother. Amazing. Got to
Man,
go
where
up.
did you go this past weekend? What game did you see?
Man, I saw some games I saw live stream, but the one game that I saw in person was 11U division.
Okay.
AYF. It was Chesterfield Falcons versus 757 Bucky Elite.
Okay. And what was the score to that one?
The score to that was 13-6.
13-6. And who won?
Chesterfield. There's a dog fight.
Okay. Who caught your eye though? I know you were paying attention to the quarterbacks specifically, but give me a overall who caught your eye, what number from which team, it doesn't matter, and then go ahead and introduce your QB1 of the week.
Okay. Caught my eye. Running back number 2, Gerald. I guess last name, but Gerald from Chesterfield.
For Chesterfield, number 2. Okay,
Running
we're gonna have to go
back.
figure him out.
Solid build. Once you get the technique down pat, it's scary.
What was a pro of his game? Give me what did you like about his game? What type of back is he?
He's a mix between power and speed.
Okay. What build is he? Who does he remind you of?
I ain't trying to put nobody in the high pedestal, but he kind of run like Derrick Henry.
Like Derrick Henry? So
He run hard.
he big? He big
Yeah,
like
he run. Yeah, he run hard.
Okay, I got to see the film, man. But go ahead, tell them about your QB. I know you pay attention to the QBs. You hear me?
Yes, sir. This young man right here has been balling against the toughest competition in the area. So I'm gonna go ahead and shout out 11U Chesterfield quarterback Davin McDaniel.
Okay.
Straight ice cold. You know I don't cap about that. Ice cold.
Okay, if you were to give him a rating right now, matter of fact, what was his pros? Give me some of his pros. What do you like about him?
Pros. Number 1 is leadership.
Okay.
And then he's a gamer. Hey, smooth mechanics. Let's say if he does make a mistake during the game, you will never see him with his head down.
Does Chesterfield throw the ball heavily?
Not heavily, but they're working towards it.
Okay. What did he do in the game necessarily?
I think during that game, they didn't throw the ball much, but out of his 5 attempts, he completed 4 of them. 1 over the top, 1 touchdown, 1 2-point conversion.
Okay.
He did a couple things with his feet.
Okay, now man. Hey, did you get his Instagram name where we could find the young man or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I got all that for you.
Man, go ahead and take. Do you have it handy where you can give him a shout out?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, give it to him.
All right, get that to y'all. His Instagram is 1 second.
Man.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna say it out loud, and then I'm gonna see if I can type it. It's gonna be Davlit, DAVLIT _804.
Davlit _804. Man, y'all go ahead and check that man out. Y'all know what it is. Hey, but you already know, baby, my boy. Who you got this weekend?
Out of there's a few games going on. Which game?
I'm asking you, which game are you going to this weekend?
Oh, well, this weekend I'll be at military duty, but I'll be on the live stream for the Central Virginia Tigers and Chesterfield Falcons playing.
Okay, who you got in that game?
Oof.
Yeah, I'll put you on the spot. Hello.
Yeah, it's both defenses fight like hard. That's tough. I'd say it's gonna come down to overtime.
It's gonna come down to an overtime game.
Overtime, I'm gonna say Davin's gonna get the ball in his hands, and then we'll see what he do.
Okay, now, man, I'm holding you to it. All right, so that's Chesterfield versus Central VA Tigers this weekend on what level?
11U.
11U, man. We will be paying attention to them, and we'll put them on the board. All right, but man, I'm gonna hit you up a little bit later. You already know what it is. Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
Yes, sir. There it is. There it is. All right, now on to the announcements. We got a couple of things coming up. Just want to let you know. Oh, this thing here tripping. See here? This thing here tripping. Okay. Let's see. This don't want to let me share what I'm trying to share to y'all. Window. Okay. We're having technical difficulties. I can't share what I need to share with y'all guys. All right. And with that being said, we're going to get back to the scores. All right. As you see below, we got a whole bunch of scores going on. But we're going to jump to the 9U division, 9U ticker. This one has some, excuse me, that one actually right there. 9U game of the week was West Orlando Jags versus Lauderdale Lakes, TTG. That's trying to go, boys. Vikings. That one was a hard-fought battle. Came down to the wire in overtime. Score was 26-20. West Orlando pulls out a nail biter down in the belly of the beast. You hear me? I know Devin is smiling ear to ear. I'm gonna go ahead and get an interview from him this weekend, so pay attention for that a little bit later. But the player of that game was Mr. Ahmad Hartfield, aka Speedy. Last year, he was ranked number 23 in the nation. He used to play for Sanford Elite Knights, but recently he made the conversion over to the West Orlando Anytime Jags. And as you can see, he scored 3 times for his team, putting the team on his back, and he is our player of the week. Okay. But on to the 10U ticker down below. 10U ticker down below. All right. 10U. I had a couple of games that I really was actually, I'm going back to 9U. 9U, there was another big time game, very close fought game. That was the Louisville Chargers versus the Pickard. I'll kill his name every time. You hear me? Pickerington Elite. Pickerington Elite. I apologize, y'all. Y'all know I'm killing y'all name right now. My bad. You hear me? But the score it was a close fought battle, but the Chargers pulled it out 19-14. That's something that I'm going to go ahead and dig a little bit deeper. We'll probably get the one of the representatives from the Louisville Chargers to come on and talk to us about that a little bit later on this week. So keep your head on a swivel. 10U division. We had a couple of close fought games, and I'm telling you now, if you go ahead and submit your scores, they will appear on the bottom. But I am not gonna be talking heavily about no blowouts. You hear me? Don't expect me to be talking heavily about no blowouts. Okay, so if you had a hard fought game, you're probably gonna get spoken about, or if I know the caliber of the situation, we may touch on that. A little bit later, we'll have on Coach Isaiah of 302 Elite Athletes. He will be going over, giving you guys a sneak peek of his Atlantic region rankings for what division, I don't know yet. We'll let y'all know that in a little bit. All right. So just chill out for a little bit. You hear me? But back to the scores. On 10U, the game of the week on 10U was the Duval Jags versus the Tampa Jags. Now, this was a big time game that myself, actually Todd threw it on us in the middle of everything. He threw it on us, who we got. And I myself, as well as Darren, chose Duval Jags over the Tampa Jags, and we were right. The score ended up being 22-16. Duval Jags over the Tampa Jags. And this was a game that had a lot of high-powered teams. High-powered individuals. Talking about Blaze and Noah back on the wagon after sitting out a year. And then the Duval Jags have been on a tear all preseason. Mr. Justice Turpin. And I apologize, I don't know number 0's name, but that boy brings the stick. You hear me? If you ever see that boy number 0 from Duval Jazz team, I'm telling you about him right now. Hello, he's him. Okay, but also on the 10U level, Central Florida Falcons played a tough game with the Daytona Beach Cowboys. Score ended up being 25-20. 25-20. Central Florida Falcons take that one. Okay. We're going on to 11U. 11U. Hold on. Yep. We're going on to 11U. In the 11U division, it was another tough battle. 2 points. Atlanta Elite Bengals versus GTG. Score was 20-18. Boy, you got to make your extra points, baby. You got to make your extra points, because that one definitely came down to that. Duval Jags on the 11U division. They won 6-0 over the Tampa Jags. And the game of the week on 11U, Air Academy versus OG Ducks. Do you hear me? Air Academy pulls out everybody. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everybody thought of Air as the underdog in this matchup, and they pulled out a big time win, 16-6. Shouts out to Coach Reggie out there doing wonderful things with them boys. Shouts out to that secondary for holding down OG to 6 points. Score 16-6. Okay. We'll keep it moving. I'm gonna switch up the ticker to the 12U division, 12U through 14U. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go to the comments. Trey, I know you see me. My boy. Hey, on your Jit. Jit raw. You hear me? Oh yeah, Jit is raw. Baby G is in the building, my boy, Mr. Epps. You hear me? I see you. You say you wish you could share this link? All you gotta do is go to our YouTube and share the YouTube link. You can do that at any point in time. You can do it now, you can do it later. It is what it is. Hello. Pam, I see you. West Orlando 9U and Outlaws 8U did it this past weekend. You never lied, my boy. Cowboys, full live. You hear me? That's if he spell it with a K, you already know they from Osceola. You hear me? K-Town. Luke, I see you. Overtime, what game? The overtime game that we were talking about was the West Orlando Jags versus the Lauderdale Lakes Vikings. That game, the score was 26-20 in overtime. Came down to a last minute pick to the crib. You hear me? Devin Hester, they tagging Dev in here, Jags in the building, Outlaws in the building. That was a good game. You hear me? A loss is a loss. Palmetto Pride in here, 11U, Rare Breeze checking in. Storm, 10U checking in. Duval, not as close as the score says. I believe he's speaking about the Tampa Jags versus the Tampa Jags versus Duval Jags game. I'm not sure what the score was. To be honest, what I was told was the score was 22-8. But I also heard that Blaze had a couple of runs that was called back. I'm still waiting for the highlights to surface so I can really give a thorough evaluation of that game myself. But I already know Blaze did his thing. I already know Noah did his thing. And it just was a matchup. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'll never count them boys out. This is still the beginning of the season for them. After taking some time off and playing in spring or flag leagues or whatever else, still is not the same thing as playing with the pads on. So they have to get acclimated back to the game. So, but I'll never count them boys out because they will be there at the end. You hear me? Yo, what's up with the watch list? Hey, okay, now the watch list is on its way. You hear me? First of all, that watch list post this past week, it had it's almost at 4,000 comments. I couldn't keep up with y'all, so I'm not gonna sit here and count. You feel me? But I believe I wanted to start from the bottom going up. but I'm being held back a little bit because Coach Isaiah wants to make sure that I didn't forget a couple of individuals who showed up to the 302 Elite Athletes showcase this past summer, which we did get a chance to evaluate, and there was some ballers. In fact, Mr. Baby G himself, you hear me? That's my boy. You hear me? If y'all don't know anybody, y'all better know Baby G. You hear me? Hello. Hey, but if you want to get on the live, if you want to get on this live, come in and check in. The link is I'm gonna go ahead. It was above. Hold on. It was above here. Bam. If you want to get on this stream, come and check in. Tell us who you played last week. Give us your score and tell us who you play next week. Tell us who you play next week. All right. But let's go back to the scores, y'all. Let's go back to the scores. We're on 12U. 12U. As we just finished with 11U, wrapped up talking about Air Academy versus OG Ducks. The score was 16-6. I'm speechless. Hey, shouts out to you, Reggie. You did that. You hear me? All right, 12U. We had a couple of games this weekend on the 12U division that we covered, had the chance of covering. On the 12U division, Maryland Heat versus PME Bears. This one was a big time match in the ARC division, which is Isaiah's division, but we're still waiting for him to jump on live and talk a little bit more thoroughly about this matchup. But Maryland Heat handled PME Bears 37-12, which I believe would have been a lot closer game than that. But again, this is early in the season, so don't count any of these teams out. All it is an adjustment or two, and shoot, you can be looking at a whole different team in a couple of weeks. You hear me? On 12U, West Orlando Jags versus Rare Breeze. West Orlando Jags went with the 7U up to Georgia this past weekend versus the Rare Breeze. Unfortunately, that game was cut short after the ensuing kickoff after half. We want to wish a speedy recovery to the injured player. We don't know exactly who it was who got injured from the Rare Breeze, but at the end of the day, football makes us family, and we don't wish anything on any of these young men. We wish you a speedy recovery. But the game was stopped at 12-0. Right now, I'm not sure if that game is going to count or not. But what y'all think? What do y'all think? If a game gets called, we're talking about a national qualifying game that allows you to get a bid. If this game is canceled or stopped because of an injury or something that is related to football, even weather, do you believe that score should count towards that national bid or towards your record? Or do you think it wasn't a full game and it shouldn't be counted? Drop your comments below. I would definitely want to know that. What y'all think about that one. All right. Let's go back to the comments. Hey, Coach Mitchell in the building, Black Bottom in the building. Y'all know what it is. The watch list again. We coming back to the watch list. You hear me? We coming back to the watch list. All right. Cream Stewart. I see you, my boy. Edgewater Eagles High School with the big win. Let's talk about it. I wish Isaiah was in here. I was really waiting for that one to talk about that one when Isaiah was in here. Because you know, Isaiah live and die up north football. You hear me? And I keep on telling him he can't come down here with just anything and think he gonna come and walk away with something. And first of all, he keep on going back to the AUG win or whatnot. But let me tell you this. This man didn't have one state, didn't have a area. This man had a region. You talking about DMV, PA, New Jersey, Delaware, Connecticut, New York, all of them places in one team, and he expected not to come down here and do something, bruh. You played areas. Stop beating on your chest about that. I mean, you hear me? But I tell you this: if I was to put together an all-star team of down south, Florida versus Mid-Atlantic region, I swear, top to bottom, I don't think he want that smoke. And I'm waiting for him to get on here so I can talk about it. But Edgewater, back to the high school game. Edgewater Eagles had a big time game, a national game this past weekend versus Don Bosco out of New Jersey. And my boy is very high on Don Bosco. And they lost. The score was 35-10. Big shots out to CJ, big CJ, number 4, running all over them people. Hey, I don't know why y'all beat up on them people like that. Y'all ain't supposed to do that. But 35-10. Once more again. All right, back to the comments. For sure, Orlando football. You hear me? Hey, let me tell y'all. I'm so happy about Orlando football right now. I am so happy about Orlando football. Years ago, I said to myself, 5 years to be exact, and it is the 5th anniversary of Top 100. Y'all hear me? 5 years ago, I said to myself, man, we need to elevate the level of competition around here. These kids don't know about each other. They play in different leagues, but they can't even play against each other. And we've done that through so many things, exposing them to each other and everything, by video, by the camps, by everything, and just make these kids compete. And at the end of the day, I am so proud of Orlando. Stand up, Orlando. Y'all know what it is. Man, hey, shouts out to Orlando Outlaws for getting out the back. Y'all, you hear me? You hear me? Orlando 6U in the building. AB. Oh, we got a whole bunch of ABN bullies in the building. You hear me? Nate Johnson, my boy. Hey, what's up, Sade? You already know what it is. Rudolph in the building. Number 1-8, in Florida, soon the nation, the laws. Did you hear what he said? All right, Popka 12, you in the building. Yoshi Blends, national or elite. I know you're in a toss-up. Hey, I don't know what to tell you, bro. So let's talk about it. So if a player, right, if a team has, I don't know how to explain this situation. You hear me? So if a team has a regular season schedule and then have a national schedule, I don't know, man, because it's kind of the same schedule. But I'm gonna leave that question for y'all later. So, on the national level, AU Outlaws, they play national and then they play as well in league. I'm not sure if Cyprus is still a part of Florida Elite. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. Hey, who said that? All right, here we go. They tell me I need to drop 2029 first. The Lord's in the building. Bang, bang, I see you. My boy. 14U Harlem Wolves checking in. Harlem Wolves, you hear me? Harlem Wolves are out of don't kill me, bro. It's not. I'm trying. It's where the rabbits run. That's where they run to catch rabbits. You hear me? Dang, I can't remember what the place called right now. Clewiston. Yeah, over there somewhere. No, it's not. It's not Clewiston. Damn. Anyway, Coke Cat was good. Orlando over everything. Real talk. Hey, we out here. You know it, boss. Bang bang 12U. How do you pronounce this name? I see this name every time, and I don't know how to pronounce this name. E-ow, E-galley. I'm just gonna call it E-galley. E-galley. E-galley 56 over Liberty Zip, man. I don't like to talk about donut games, man. Keep that over there, dog. We keep it going with the comments. They watching. West Baltimore Ravens 12. You checking in. The whole Space Coast Panthers on the team. Who you talking about? What team that is? What's good, my boy? Sean in the building. Sean the Don. East Orlando Prez checking in. I see you, Rand. Bang, bang. West Baltimore in the building. Edgewater 12, you in the building. Number 13, Nas. Hey, big Nas, my boy. I see you, my boy. All right, who else we in here with? Come on, y'all got so many. It's from the muck, you hear me? Duval Jags, number 10, Agent Zero in. It's from Clewiston, like I said, the muck. You hear me? Oh, it's Old Galley? Old Galley? How you gonna talk about O with E? It start with E though. Man, I checked y'all out already. We caught y'all up at the Northern Hospitality, West Baltimore Ravens versus I want to say it was the Jokers. If it wasn't the Jokers, it was. Anyways, it's up on the page right now. Go ahead and subscribe right now. Okay. All right, Coco 12U 41-0 over East Orlando Prez. Why they do that? What league is that? Is that Pop Warner? Is that AAU? What is that? Mud City, baby. Orlando versus Voodoo YNC champions. Hey, I need to know who you're playing this week. Who are you playing this week? Who you playing this week? Drop it down below. Man, Baby G, I'm a big fan of you. You don't hear me? Hey, Pine Hills 10U Air Raid. Leesburg won't score. Wow. Did you hear that? I got somebody, man. I'm about to call somebody and put him on the phone right now so he could talk his crap. Cause that boy talk. Oh, I thought you had left. Anyways, all them Wolves, the Muck babies, Coco Tigers, 12U, Gabriel players over there. All right. Who you got this weekend? Cowboys 10U checking in versus the T-Birds this weekend. That's who they got. You hear me? Hey, y'all heard it? Hey, is this cap or not? I'm going back to this. Pine Hills versus Lee Birds. 10U. Pine Hills versus Leesburg 10U. Is this cap or not? You hear me? They say they won't score. Who you got?
I have results from multiple sports.
Man, shut up, sir. You always messing up stuff. Hey. Who you got? Orlando Outlaws 8. You say they dropping 60 on D-Land. Mark my word. Hey, who that is who said that? Right now, I said Facebook user. Please drop your name so I know who to come talk to. You hear me? I need to talk. I need to know who I need to talk to. You hear me? That dude, real rare, number 17, Rare Breeze 11U versus Brooklyn Chiefs. That's on 9-10. You hear me? That dude, real rare, that's number one in the nation by us. Oh, Brandon Jordan said 60. Hey, B, I need them too. He said he got 60 on. Whoa. Quinn Mitchell says 50 plus. Oh man, here we go. Y'all ready to talk about it? Y'all not ready to talk about it. They not ready to talk about that. We ain't gonna bring that up yet. I'm gonna bring that up in a little bit, okay? But we'll talk about it. Okay. Back to the scores. 12U division. Apopka Daughters. I went down there myself and was able to see them versus West Chase Colts. Score ended up being 25-13. And I'm going to tell you now, they had a young man by the name of Jace Gibson. He's probably one of the youngest men on the roster. But the kid is probably one of the most impactful. This past weekend, he ended up pulling out two touchdowns on 2 touches. One was a trap up the middle, and the other one was a out route to the house. If you want to go ahead and see that is up on our Instagram as well as our YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe, hit that button. Make sure you also hit that bell so you don't forget. You don't miss nothing. You hear me? All right. 12U though. The game of the week. You hear me? Darian just dropped the highlights to this game. If y'all don't know the game, we talking about Miami Gardens Chiefs versus IB Braves. Do you hear me? First of all, let's talk about what these boys done did. Okay. First of all, shots out to the Miami Gardens Chiefs. You hear me? Shots out to the Miami Gardens Chiefs. Heavily. I don't know why people always want to call you when you on live. That's when I put my phone on silent and then later on I don't remember it's on silent and I don't never answer nothing. You see how they do me? Anyways, Miami Gardens Chiefs, aka Golden Army. Y'all get a double salute this weekend. You hear me? Boy, y'all boys went ahead and pulled out a feat this weekend. Y'all had two, not one, but two big time games this past weekend. The first one, who y'all beat? See, I don't even remember who y'all beat. Beat the first game on Thursday. Who y'all played? Y'all played Lambeau. Y'all faced y'all faced Butter, the aka reigning champion of AYF Nationals this past weekend, and you guys handled the job. I picked you guys. I think was I the only one who picked y'all? I think I was the only one who picked y'all. I don't. That's why I think Darren ain't want to be on here, and that's why I think Ty ain't want to be on here because they ain't want to hear this. But I was the only one who picked y'all this past weekend. You hear me? But let's talk about it. All right. The score ended up being 27-26 late in the game. And kudos to y'all for fighting back and being able to call a game and to put your athletes in a situation of this magnitude. You hear me? Excuse me, I'm talking about the wrong game. All right. Lambeau, I don't know what that score was, but y'all handled them. But then yesterday, let's talk about yesterday. Forget Lambeau. Yesterday, y'all played IB Braves, the reigning champion of California right now. And to be honest, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more of a ground and pound game on their behalf. Their run game was unstoppable. Only on certain times I seen where Mr. Prince stepped into the hole and was able to do his thing. He did his thing in open space as well for the defense. But to be honest, y'all ain't have an answer for number 4. Mr. Ace Luatelli. Quan stayed over top of him, and that's good. But at the end of the day, come on, man. Y'all got to do better. I love y'all. I called y'all winning both of them games, and y'all did that. You hear me? But I want to see better. Right now, myself as well as for myself, I would say y'all number 2 in the nation right now. A close second behind. I'm not gonna say because that's giving up the rankings, but I love y'all. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all get a double salute. For going ahead and handling business with Lambeau and also handling business with the IB Braves and sending them boys back home with the L. You hear me? Shouts out to y'all. Hey, shouts out to Quan. You hear me, Quan? Player of the game, the savior. I'm gonna call him the player of the game. He my player of the game. He picked off the last throw, and there was a pick 6 to the crib. Mr. Quan, look out for your graphic a little bit later. I'm gonna get you right. You hear me? Holla at me a little bit later. All right, we're going back to the comments. Okay. All right. Duval Jazz 10U 5. He say, Coach Sean and Don say he don't see none. They don't see none over them. Brandon Joyner said 60 points again. RYN Man says, I love West Orlando over the Outlaws. Oh my God. In a couple of weeks, y'all already know what time it is. It's time for the Soul Bowl, baby. We talking about West Orlando versus Orlando Outlaws right in Orlando. If y'all don't know, this is the biggest game of the year for the city. Make sure y'all come out, show your love. I don't think nobody should live stream. I don't. If they got a live streamer, I'm telling them they can't live stream. Y'all need to bring y'all butts there. If you ain't there, anyway. West Orlando versus the Outlaws. Outlaws took the split last year, 3-2. I believe they won on 14-12U. And the other one, I'm not sure what it was. I think it was 10U. But anyways, go ahead. West Orlando 12U will drop 30 plus points on every team in Florida Elite this season. I concur. Hello. Hey, top athletes in 2027. In 2027, they want to see them. The watch list is coming. If you don't know, the watch list will be dropping tomorrow. The list has been finalized. I don't care if Isaiah put his men on there or not. I'm going to be releasing the list tomorrow morning. You hear me? So make sure that you guys are paying attention. We'll start off with the 2033/34 list first, and then we'll keep it rolling. Y'all already know what it is. After the watch list, we're going to start it up with our All-American list, though. You hear me? So make sure y'all keep y'all head on a swivel. The All-American, first of all, watch list. How you had to get on the watch list. You had to either make top 100 last year, okay? Had to make the top 100. Actually, it was like 150 kids. Top 150 kids in the nation that made the list from last year. Or you were seen by a top 100 scout. That means you were evaluated at a camp, combine, and you were a top performer at these things. You were either at 302 Elite Athletes Mid-Atlantic Showcase, Northern Hospitality, or Southern Hospitality, and we were able to see you. Okay? Again, this is the disclaimer. If you do not make the watch list, it does not mean you will not make the final rankings. Okay? And if you did make the watch list, it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to make the final rankings. Okay? There's a couple of things we need from you guys to do. All of you guys on the watch list. Okay? If you there is no teams on there. If you change your team, you need to fill out a brand new form. If you change, if you reclass, you need to fill out a brand new form. If you change, not change your position, not change the number. If you got a brand new highlight that is undeniable and you know your highlight better than your last year's one, please fill out a new submission form. I can't do nothing without all of your information being updated and everything of that nature, nature. Okay, so make sure that you do that. All right. Going back to the comments. Talk about whipping Harlem Nights 14U was giving Cowboys Sunday 21-0 stop game. Hold on, what are you talking about? Harlem Nights 14U was giving the Cowboys a whooping 21-0 stop the game. Hold on 1 minute. Mr. Facebook user, please get on this live. Hey, if you are in the thing, please make sure. You hear me? Hey, first of all, you talking about my score ticket wrong. Guess what? You didn't fill out anything. Shut up. You should have did that earlier. Huh? Tay. Hold on, that was Tay. Tay, especially you. I'm gonna choke you out. Watch when I get you, boy. Watch when I get you. You got me giving threats over live air. Boy, you better stop playing. You hear me? Desi, see you soon, baby. Very soon, baby. Hey, what's up? What's up? Anybody in that AUT dead? They say they talking about that West Orlando versus Orlando Outlaws game. It is coming. You hear me? The Soul Bowl is coming. You hear me? West Orlando will only win one game versus Outlaws this year, and that's 12U only. Big words by a big man, Demetrius Moore. Hello. Mr. Tony Tyson, 10U West Orlando Jags. We he said, oh, I think he means own Outlaws from last year, Coach K. Excuse me. 10-year West Orlando Jags. We the old Outlaws from last year. I don't, man, whatever. All right. This the fight. I just saw, man, get the hell up out of here with that. 14U fight broke out, game over. Oh, so they really did lose. They were losing the 14U. Cornelius. Hey, I gotta talk to you, Cornelius. Mr. Baker. Hey, shouts out to Pop Continue in the building. Facebook user. Yeah, we played them Sunday. Just past Harlem Knights was biting Cowboys 21-0. Ask about it. Coach Marcus from Clewiston, President Smooth in the building. My boy. That's who it is. Hey, y'all. But y'all already know what it is. We got a couple of games coming out this weekend. Tomorrow. If it's not out already, we got the Miami Gardens Chiefs versus IB Braves game out right now on R&R Sports Media. Make sure you follow. Make sure you do all of that. Follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell and everything so you don't miss a beat. You hear me? Also, the Anytime Jags versus the Lauderdale Lakes Vikings game, that 9U game that ended up in overtime. Shot by my boy, Shot by Brutus. Make sure y'all go follow Shot by Brutus. That's SHOTX Brutus. You hear me? Tell him I sent you. Run that man up. When he get to his next 1,000, I'll go ahead and give away something. You hear me? Make sure that you guys are paying attention to the live. Tomorrow, I'll be back on here with Coach Isaiah as well as Coach Darian. And we'll be talking about all types of stuff. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the ticker down here below is still running. It's still running. Hey, do you hear this? Do you hear this? The score 14-0, he said. Yeah, I'm Mr. Rough and Rucky. That's me. Hello. We play Outlaws Sunday in Orlando. Pull up, bro. Who is this? Who is this? What you talking about on Sunday? Going up on a Sunday? We might go live on it. You hear me? Y'all know how to put yeast on it. Brutus out here grinding. Y'all hear me? Hey, if y'all don't know, shouts out to my team, especially these two. DP_Media Factory. If you are not following DP Media Factory, follow DP Media Factory and Shot by Brutus. Those are my boys. They are a direct extension of me. If y'all see them anywhere, man, give them love, show them love, give them the same respect you would give me. You hear me? Because them boys are out here working and putting on for the entire team. You hear me? Like none other. Make sure y'all follow Shot by Brutus and DP Media Factory. But also, shouts out to the whole team. You Boy Films, 302 Elite Athletes, The Seal Sports. You hear me? Big shouts out to Sleeve King. Y'all already know if you ain't shopping with the king, I don't know what you doing. You hear me? Go shop with the king, Sleeve King. Beyond that, man, y'all already know what it is. It's 10 o'clock. I'm about to wrap it up, but we got the rankings coming. We got the watch list coming. I'm talking about the national rankings. National rankings, the Seal Top 15 national rankings. The watch list dropping this week. ARC, that's the Atlantic Region Conference rankings dropping this week. We also have some QB write-ups coming. So keep your head on a swivel. Y'all know what it is. Coach Cat here. I'll be telling y'all about the All-American everything later. Holla. Y'all know what it is. Just make sure you keep it 100. And